So I'm going to go ahead and do the video on tooling the machines up in reverse. Hopefully it makes sense to you. But since they're already tooled, it's just easier for me to do it in reverse. So basically there is, for the lower punches, there's a plug. You can see it underneath here. And if I pop that plug out, there's no bolts that hold it in or anything, it's just the weight of it. If the tool's not falling out right now because the machine's halfway in between a spot, which is good, because I don't really want it to fall out. It is a good idea when you're tooling the machine up, you know, just in case you drop something, to put a blanket down. The tools come obviously stupid precise. There's just no better fit anywhere. Basically, when this tip goes inside the die, it's exactly the right size, and so if you drop it and you nick it, then it wears the die out and it's tight, and it wears your cams out, and you want everything to float freely. These turrets are in good shape, so everything was moving properly. So yeah, just be careful with those tips. So that's how you load the lowers. The Stokes with the clutch, again, this is the smaller B2. The hand wheel's on the wrong side of the machine. It's always been a pain. If you can have two people do it, it's better. Basically, it's difficult for you to reach the hand wheel to spin the machine and get your tools in there. It's just better with the two-person job, but it can be done. Over here, the Manistee puts their hand wheel right where you want it to be. So their plug in the same basic spot right here at the end of they're always at the end of the pull down cam. And so you just pop that plug out, and then if the machine's in the right position, it'll fall out. You guys bought a machine with round tooling. Both of your machines come with keyways, which you won't need because you have round tooling. This turret even has bushings, which is really good, so when the uppers wear out, you can re-bush it. But anyway, the keys are there for if you're using a special shape like an oval, and in that case there's I would have to do like a whole nother video on how you twist the punch and how you install the die and everything. But because you have round tooling, it's just really simple. The uppers just pull right out. So you can spin the machine until you can get, you know, 6 or 8 of them out at the same time. And just, I wipe the barrels with a rag that's got motor oil on it and drop it in. You can do it with the feed frame on there. You won't have to mess with the dies. The dies will already be in there for you. I would prefer that you double check the die locks, because it's going to be hot and cold and traveling on a truck. And if these die locks are not properly torqued, which is in the owner's manual that I'll send you, if they're not properly torqued, then what can happen is as the machine runs, this lower punch starts to get gummy, and it can have, it doesn't always have, but it can have enough force to push the die out. And if the die comes up, it comes crashing into your feed frame and folds the feed frame all to pieces. It happens often enough. Yeah, same thing over here. These die locks work a little differently. Manistee does their die locks square, straight on with the die. But same difference to you guys, just make sure that they're properly torqued by the time that you get it. So you won't have to take the dies out or anything. And there's some tooling you can buy if you do start taking, I don't get the feeling you're gonna have, you know, you're not a job shop that's doing a lot of different production. But if you do start changing tooling, there are specific tools to knock the die out so that you don't damage it, and clean the die pocket, which we have in stock here. And so if you needed those, just let somebody know. I'll do the lubrication video next.